Ray Reyes, and I'm going to talk to you about the qualities I looked for in assistant coaches. The most important people around me was that circle of coaches I had around me. Number one, I need commitment. The same thing you need from your athletes, you need from your coaches. And once we got our programs up and running, we were very successful. I got a lot of requests for coaching. And at that time, I had no paid positions. And I tell the coaches the same thing. Look, if you want to coach here, you need to come out and be a volunteer. And if you do a good job as a volunteer, all I can promise you, when we have a job open up, you'll be slid into one of those paid positions. But all the coaches that started like that and ended up getting paid positions, become very solid members of our coaching staff, showed that commitment. They came out and volunteered their time. We could depend on them. They're always there. Cardinal sin of a coach: don't call me on practice day and tell me you can't make it to practice. I had such regimented practice schedules. When a coach is not there and I had group work scheduled out, all of a sudden that throws off my practice. So if you know you're going to be missing practice, you need to let your coach know in advance. I know there's always emergencies, those things happen, but commitment's very important. Number two, coaches need to have a willingness to learn. You won't always be able to coach the position you play, but if you're a good athlete and you've played the sport, you can pretty much coach any position if you're willing to learn. Technical knowledge, in other words, the knowledge of that specific position you're asked to coach, is the least important part of coaching. Because I believe any coach that wants to learn and is good with kids can learn the skills necessary to teach that kid to play at a high level. So technical knowledge to me is the least important. And the last thing and the most important is loyalty. And this is the most difficult one. And it's the one that can cost you the biggest problems in terms of finding jobs. Look, you're going to work for coaches that embrace your ideas, that let you coach your position the way you want to coach it, and really values you as a member or makes you feel valued. And then you might coach for someone that's a control freak that wants you to coach your position not the way you played it in college or you played it at another level, and you're going to disagree with it, and then he's not going to ask you for your input. You're going to say, this guy should be a starter. You say, I want him to start, and this is going to bother you. My advice to you is suck it up and be a team player. And if you want to vent about this, vent to your wife or your dog or someone who won't get back to the head coach. Because I've seen too many coaches assistant coaches ruin their coaching careers by speaking behind the head coach's back. Once you get that reputation, you can pretty much write off your coaching career. And I've seen it happen. It's unfortunate. So you need to be loyal. Put on a brave face when people ask you about your head coach, and support them. Be known for that you're loyal. That's the most important of the three.